Going to try this again. My video card ran out of room, so we're starting over here. I wanted to start here in the front porch area because we really haven't done much here. We haven't done anything at all this year. That there is an azalea, and over there we have a gardenia. Those are just floral stuff for Grandma. Back there in the corner we have nothing, you'll see, except a little white stick in the ground that says parsley, Italian parsley actually, which is what we had there last year. And I let it go to seed hoping it would replant, but it really didn't. So it's not really a great place for it anyway, too much shade here. So we'll see what we're going to do with that. Over here we have rocks. We have a lot of rocks. You'll notice over here we have big rocks, and over here we have some big rocks, but more just smaller flat rocks. I'm going to do something back here. It involves, well, rocks and gravel and all sorts of good stuff. I'll show you that later as it comes along. I wanted to show you over here the mint. This is spearmint. And what we have is about 6 foot long row of spearmint, and that will continue to go crazy. I'm thinking I might let it go back over there. We'll see. I'm going to try and stop it from over here because it will encroach on the peppermint. Hopefully you're getting a good image on the peppermint. Peppermint, good stuff. We thought we'd lost the peppermint because it was down to nothing. I mean, as in there wasn't even a stick showing above the ground during the winter, but it grew back from the roots. And I'm coming back in the backyard again because I want to show you just in, what is it, 1 week, 2 weeks, the difference we already have here with the bed of strawberries. I did mention we had the cucumbers and the squash that we did plant this year because we had room. But we're not going to be planting there next year. It was just I had the plants, had the room after we planted the strawberries. But we're definitely not going to have room next year because what we had hoped would happen is happening. The strawberries are taking off, and you will notice right here we have a plant that we planted. Right there we have a plant that we didn't plant. That was just a couple of little leaves on a runner. It's already rooted and put out another runner, which has another little plant, which is what that one looked like when we planted this about, 8-10 weeks ago. And same things happened there. There's the original plant. There's the plant that came off the runner. And you will notice over here, same thing. Plant came off the runner. Another little plant down there. This is taking off. We started with 6 plants. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that's a leaf. 10, 11, 12 plants. So they have doubled in almost no time. Hey, we got a lime on the lime bush. Yeah, it's bound to happen because they can't all get cut off when we trim. I don't know if the cilantro is going to come up. I'm thinking not. I think I need to put a bigger head on there. We'll see. Let's go up to the front yard because I do want to show you the work we did yesterday. And I am saying yesterday because today is July 4th, and we did the work on July 3rd. However, we didn't get started until about 2, so we were a little behind and ran out of daylight and got assaulted by mosquitoes. Let's see, we have 1 red tomato. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more that are getting red, 2 more that are red. So we should in the next couple of days have about 8 red tomatoes, and I suspect in another month that will be about 80. So this is what we did yesterday. The last video you'll notice that right about here is where we had stopped. So mostly Seth, I did some, dug the trench out, and then we built boxes. It was Seth's idea to build the boxes and put them in because we were going to terrace this, which was also Seth's idea. So you see, right here, this is mostly level. The first half of this bed is actually level. The second half of that bed rises about 2 to 2.5 inches to stay in line with the sidewalk, which rises. You can't really see that, but trust me, it's there. We used a level and everything. I can use tools. However, you will notice over here at this sidewalk rises dramatically to the tune of probably about 3 feet from one end to the other, which means that this bed is going to rise about 3 feet from one end to the other, which means this one here, in order to keep pace, had to rise about 1.5 feet. Now you'll notice we have 8-inch timbers there, 2x8s, so that's about 16 inches. Here, this one's going to probably overlap some. Where this last bed is not a full bed, so it's probably going to overlap that board there by about 4 inches, which puts us about 20 inches, which is a little short of 2 feet. Ergo, about 1.5 feet of rise in the whole length. We'll see how that goes. And then that bed will come down and turn the corner. And what you see here, where the line is, my feet, we'll have enough room here to work, and then everything else will be bed. Not sure exactly how we're going to do that yet. That will come along as it comes along. And then this is probably the next order of business, getting that bed bedded down properly, probably terrace it as well. We shall see. So there shouldn't be too much progress, I would think, from the last video, since it's only been about a week, right? We couldn't have mountainous tall corn, which I think grew foot since I was here yesterday. A turnip bed that, well, you can't see the ground through. Yes, those are turnips. I was wrong. Those are not regular radishes. We actually thinned it a little. Yes, wasps. We got to take care of that next week. Over here, we have the little chives down there. There are fewer than there were because, well, we ate some last night with our potatoes and sour cream. Carrots, we pulled 2. We had to thin them because we had 4 carrots that were each growing too close to one another. Now, this is the real shocker. Since the last time, we had that right there in the center of your screen, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more, for a total of 5. And we've got all sorts of more flowers. Oh no, there's another 6th one back there. So we have 6. Oh, there's another one there. 7. And that flower is probably going to produce 1. So we have 7 squash where we had 1 a week ago. They grow rather quickly. So, and then we have the big pile of dirt, which will end up back in here, and the rocks, which won't. Oh yeah, Chrissy wants me to point this out. We have a tomato plant, and we did not plant that. We have no idea where it came from. It just decided this was the year it was going to sprout. It could have been there for years. Don't know. Haven't done much else with the wall yet. Holy cow. Wow, the squash has decided it owns the wall. Let me let it have it for this season, because that's a good place for the squash to grow. That is, I believe, the same exact kind as we planted over there. It's the straight neck squash, so we'll see. And this video is way too long, so I'm going to end it there. And that's it. Goodbye.